Okay, now that you created your triangle, I want to show you what I did here to allow me to try to figure out a relationship with the 4 triangles that you see inside of the larger triangle. So I created a copy of the paper that I had just made, and if you can see right here, I cut out a triangle. So here's the triangle that I cut out. It was this triangle CXY. And what I did is I started noticing that if I move it on top of the other triangles, I'm seeing that it fits perfectly like a puzzle piece. And then if I rotate right here, it fits exactly on triangle XYZ. So what does that mean? If it fits completely over and essentially it's the same size and same shape, that word, the math vocabulary word, would be saying that these 4 triangles are congruent to each other. So they're congruent. So one way that we can show that the sides are the same is by putting the tick marks. So for example here, if I want to say that this is one length and this is another length, I'll say 1, 2, 3, and then we'll put 2 right here. So I'm going to go ahead and show that the other triangles have that same size. So let me show right here. I'm saying that this is equivalent, right? These are congruent on this one too, and this one as well. So now whenever I come up here and I want to label it for triangle XAZ, I would put 2. This one would be 1, and then this one would be the 3. And then when I move it over here, right here, I'm going to put the 1 for ZT, 1 tick. For ZY, we have these 2 ticks, and then for YT, we have these 3 ticks. So basically what that's saying is anything that is the same number of ticks, so for example, this is just 1, and this is 1, so these are the same. And that makes sense because whenever we constructed the midpoint, Z, and we used our compass, the midpoint is constructed by creating that bisector. So when you bisect something, it's making it exactly the same. It's cutting exactly in half, right? So it makes sense that we see 1 right here. These are the same size. And then same thing here, if we look at this line segment, these are exactly the same size. And then also when we look at CT, we see that as well. Since Y is our midpoint, these are exactly the same size. And then again here, we see that there's, in the middle, our middle triangle has the same 3 ticks, since we know that this middle triangle is congruent to the other ones. So I hope that was helpful for you. And now you're going to explore a similar thing, and you can manipulate the vertices on the triangle you're about to see on a GeoGebra link.